let me show you guys how I make my delicious cheesy birria tamales. We're gonna begin by making the birria. And don't worry guys, because I'm gonna have all the ingredients listed on the captions. Now everything is in the consome, so there is no good birria if the consome is whack. So I'm gonna use beef bones to make sure that my consome is super rich and flavorful. For the beef, we're gonna use chuck roast. I'm gonna season it up with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're gonna sear it on both sides. For the sauce, you're gonna lightly fry the peppers that I have listed in the captions. That's just to bring out the fragrance and the oils in the pepper. Once you do that, you're gonna put them in a pan and rehydrate them with a little bit of water. Then you're gonna put them in the blender along with all the spices I had listed in the captions, your aromatics, and your vinegar. You're gonna pour your sauce into the pot, give everything a quick little mix, and then you're gonna cover and let this simmer for about 2 hours to 3 hours until the meat is nice and tender. Don't forget, we're making tamales out of this, so we're gonna separate the beef, the broth, and the fat. Here I have all the broth, and then I also have the beef and the fat. And the fat we're gonna use to season up the masa, so do not throw that away. Birria is more of a brothy side, you know, it's like super soupy, but I wanted it to be more like a sauce because I wanted all of that flavor inside of the tamal without it spilling. So we're gonna make a little cornstarch slurry so we can thicken it up. For the masa, you're using equal parts of maseca and masa for tortillas. If you're using 10 pounds of masa, then you need 5 pounds of lard. In my case, I was using 9 pounds of masa, so I'm gonna use 4.5 cups of lard, including the beef fat that we took off the birria. This is gonna give it a nice color and flavor. I like to put the lard into the mixer, that way we can whip some air into it, and then tamales can become super light and fluffy. I'm gonna add about 4 tablespoons of baking powder and about 3 tablespoons of salt. To rehydrate the masa, you're gonna need chicken broth, beef broth, or pork broth. How many cups, you ask? Well, that all depends on how you like your masa. I like mine to be a little bit more runny, so I just use a lot, honestly. I don't measure. Now you're gonna mix until your shoulders feel like they're about to fall off and you're thinking like, this was the most stupidest idea. Who told me to make tamales? Or this is the last time I'm making tamales. Now you're just gonna set up your little station, that way you're busting tamales like the tamalera and you can finish a little bit faster. We're gonna smear some masa on the corn husk, and then we're gonna add our birria, lots of cheese, and then we're gonna close them up. We're gonna add some more cheese on top because we like ours to be nice and cheesy. We're gonna put it in the steamer, cover it up, and let these cook for about an hour. Once your tamales have cooked and they're nice and rested, you're gonna pull them out and look at the freaking cheese pool. All you have to do now is add a little bit of cebolla and cilantro, drench it in some consome, a little bit of lime juice and chili oil, and there you have it, guys. Hope you like this recipe. Bye.